Hi, I'm Ashlee Marie, and today I'm sharing 3 recipes with you, all warm, delicious fall drinks. I have homemade apple cider, from scratch hot chocolate, and a delicious warm pumpkin pie creamy drink. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the other fall deliciousness that I have coming up, and let's get started. First up, the apple cider. Now this takes the longest to cook because we cook it in our slow cooker. You can serve it warm or chilled after it's all finished. The secret to a good apple cider, in my opinion, is picking the right apples. So there are sweet apples, bitter apples, and sharp apples, and you want to create a mixture of both. I like about 50% sweet, about 35% sharp, and about 15% bitter. In the recipe down below, I'll put a list of what apples fall in what category. You want to wash your apples and then cut them into quarters and put them in your crock pot. Now, you want to make sure that you clean the skin really good because a lot of those preservatives that they spray on apples will actually make your cider taste pretty nasty. If there's some apples that you just don't feel you're getting clean, go ahead and peel it. Next up, the oranges. Now, these are peeled and then cut in half. The brown sugar, the nutmeg and the allspice, and the whole cloves and the cinnamon sticks. And finally, you want to add the water. Then you want to turn your crock pot onto low and let it simmer for 3 hours, softening up all those apples. At the end of that time, you want to mash all of your apples up. You can either do that in the crock pot or you can pull them out and do them in your stand mixer, whatever works for you. Then you want to simmer it for 1 more hour. Now at the end of that hour, what we want to do is strain it. We want to get all of those solids out, leaving just that beautiful, glorious cider behind. I do this with a strainer and paper towels, but whatever works for you, a cheesecloth, or if you have another way of separating it, go for it. And then it's time to serve it. You can either serve it warm or you can refrigerate it and serve it cold. It tastes great both ways. Next up is the hot chocolate, though this is my favorite way to make a hot chocolate. And it's so easy. It doesn't take any more time than using a mix and you get to control everything yourself. So I always go this way. First up, sugar, the cocoa, finally the salt. I'm gonna give that a stir. Make sure there's no big chunks. Add the sugar and salt and everything are incorporated well. Then we're gonna add the water. Then you wanna bring it to a boil and boil it for a minute. Now what that's going to do is dissolve all of the sugar and the salt and the cocoa and just kind of incorporate it all together. Now we're gonna add the milk. And that's how easy this recipe is. Now you just want to heat it up until it's the temperature that you're happy with, whether that's lukewarm or burn your tongue off hot. And once you're at that stage, you want to add the vanilla and serve with marshmallows or fresh whipped cream. So next up is the warm pumpkin drink. Now, I don't know what else to call it because it's warm and pumpkin-y, and it's not pumpkin hot chocolate because there's no chocolate in it, but I wish more people would try this. It is seriously so good. If you like pumpkin and you like warm, creamy, rich drinks on a cold fall day, you will love this. I definitely recommend this one as one to try. First up, we want to add the sugar, then the milk, and then the heavy whipping cream. This is definitely gonna give it its creaminess. Now you can adjust your milk and cream ratio if you like, but this is what I like. Heat that up until the sugar is dissolved. Now for the pumpkin. Once the pumpkin is all incorporated, it's time to add our spices. Ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, allspice, and ground cloves. Continue to heat that over medium until you're happy with the temperature. You can go with mildly warm or, burn your tongue off again. I tend to burn my tongue off a lot, but not necessarily on purpose. Anyway, before you serve it, don't forget to add the vanilla. And we're finished. 3 warm drinks, perfect for fall. Now I love fall, it's my favorite time of year. Not only does it start out with my birthday, but there's crisp, fresh air. I get to wear sweaters, I get to wear boots, all of my favorite things, and I get an excuse to eat all of my favorite comfort foods. Plus my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving, is coming up. All 3 of these recipes are also included in my Thanksgiving ebook. There is a link down below for all of my from scratch, delicious Thanksgiving recipes. No cream of anything included, no Cool Whip, nothing like that. Just fresh, delicious, filling food, perfect for my favorite holiday. All right, time to give these a try. Whew, hot. This cider is really hot. Ooh, this is, I think, burn your tongue hot. Oh, yep, burn your tongue hot, but oh, so good. Oh, and it smells so nice. Even if you don't drink cider, I just like making cider because I love the way it makes my whole house smell. All right, let's try the warm pumpkin pie. You guys, this is so creamy. Now remember, if it's too creamy for you, you can change the whipping cream and milk ratio, but for me, this is perfect. So good. And last but not least, the from scratch hot chocolate. Now, I always make mine with milk because, well, I feel hot chocolate should be made with milk, but of course you can always adjust your milk and water ratio if you like yours on the more watery side. I don't know why you would, but maybe you do. Anyway, and while this is wonderful with fresh whipped cream, it's also really good with my homemade marshmallows. So don't forget to get that recipe down below as well. There's just something about hot chocolate, right? And now I'm feeling all warm and cozy, and not just from the really hot lights. I'm really hot now. Anyway, leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite thing about fall is. Mine is the food that I'm allowed to eat in the fall. The soups, the stews, the warm drinks, the pies, yum. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you tried one of the recipes in the comments down below. Don't forget to let me know what your favorite thing about fall is. Personally, I love the rain and getting to wear sweaters and getting to eat comfort foods and curling up by the fire with a warm book, but it's not too cold yet. It's perfection. So I'm glad you guys came. Thanks for watching.